What's new, man? Genuine Perspective. This time around, we're gonna talk about more than just relationships. We're gonna dip dab in topics. You know what I'm saying? Whether it's topic of the day, what people talking about on social media, we're gonna widen up the range a little bit. You know what I mean? So what's up, man? What you got for today, man?
Nothing, man. A little disappointed Blizz ain't on the joint yet, but that's all your fault, of course. We gotta talk about this Breonna Taylor joint, man. We'll start from the latest, I guess, the latest news situation where, they didn't indict any cops for her death. No cops for her murder. None. One cop got indicted, but that was for some other stuff.
Were you surprised?
No.
I wasn't surprised either.
You know we risking banishment from the race right now.
Well, why? Because we weren't surprised because we weren't surprised that the cops weren't going to be punished. We're going to get banished because we knew this was going to be the case. I'm thinking majority, especially in these times, pretty much knew that they weren't going to get charged.
Okay, so now there you go. Now we're getting into something. So your non-shockness stems from a different place than my non-shockness. So why weren't you shocked?
I'm not shocked by this is not a scapegoat answer. I'm not shocked by anything the cops do and get away with it. Man, you've had knockdown, drag out arguments over cops, the judicial system, but we haven't gotten all the way into the judicial system, but we've had knockdown, drag out arguments over cops versus the hood plenty of times.
No doubt.
And I've said since back in when I was a youngin', I don't trust the cops. So me thinking that the cops are going to be held accountable for something, that's nothing new. I never think they will be.
Okay. I mean that's a reasonable argument. That's your stance. I respect that.
Okay, so where does it come from with you, or were you were surprised one? You just knew they were going down, huh?
No, I wasn't surprised, and I was about to get to that. I ain't gonna hold my stuff up. So the reason I wasn't shocked is because cops busting the house. We could debate why they busting the house, whatever. Cops busting the house. First thing that happened is somebody shoots one of them. So I'm not shocked by that at all. If a cop gets shot, them cops firing back. They going in there with crazy weapons. We already know what it is. I think everybody, you know what I'm saying, black, everybody that's been around or grew up in the hood already know what it is. You shoot at a cop, chances are you ain't making it to a court date. I'm shocked the boyfriend made it to the court date. So
understood. Shot was fired. Do we take away defending themselves? That's irrelevant.
No, not at all. You talking about Breonna and her boyfriend?
Yes, no, like somebody breaks into their house. And never mind if it's the police or not. You break into somebody's house unannounced. Yeah. People have firearms for that particular reason. That's why people have firearms in their house. So they defend themselves. But then when you look at evidence, I don't know all of the details of what evidence, but search warrant incorrect. They tried to hide what happened. Everything the police tried to cover up says what they did was wrong. Where her family was awarded money, correct?
Yeah.
Okay, that does not bring back life, but isn't that some type of admission of guilt? Is it? I'm just asking.
So, in my opinion, no.
Why?
Because it is. Because all throughout the country, they're burning down cities. Any courthouse or police station they can find. I think that was simply the governor and them trying to chalk word up, trying to chalk off some money. Like, please, we're gonna give her family this money. Stop burning down. Stop shooting out cops.
So it wasn't an admission of guilt. You saying it was a plea, but giving them money and serve no justice. You thought that would, well, not you, but you saying you thought the cops thought that will ease the what happened. That'll brush it under the rug. That'll lighten the load up.
Because if you go look at it, that was part of that money deal. They gave her the money, but would not admit any guilt or any fault in her murder. And that's on record. You could look that up. Huh?
What, like a gag order?
No, not like a gag order. They just here's the money.
Okay.
But we're not going to admit any fault. Same thing happens in sexual, harassment joints in the workplace. They say, okay, I'm not going to admit to anything, but here go your money.
Your money? What do you mean your money? Why are you getting this money if nobody did nothing wrong? Is my question.
Listen what I'm telling you. You're right. That's what common sense tells you.
Right.
But I'm telling you that they did it with no admission of guilt. So money came before the grand jury.
Right? Exactly.
So if the money would have admitted guilt, don't you think they would have found somebody to indict during the grand jury? There was no admission of guilt with the money. That was a shot in the dark to please don't burn down my town. We're going to give her family this money and try to appease everybody. Of course, we knew that wouldn't work, but that's what they tried.
All right, check this out. This example I'm gonna give you is not the same. Let's say you in my driveway. You back into my car. Then you come in the house, T, I hit your car. In 3 days, you cut me a valid check for $5,000. I don't report it to the insurance company because you paid it. Now I can go take care of it. You paid me. We're not going the legal route, and you didn't say sorry. But at the end of the day, you know you did something wrong.
All right, so your story was hypothetical. I'm gonna give you real life, and I'll make it quick, similar to your story. Real life. I was in the military, driving an 18-wheeler, got into an accident. It wasn't my fault, but the lady who I got into an accident with, her husband was in the Marines. He knew the deal. She acted a nut. Long story short, the Navy cut her a check. And the Navy told me, you're good. We're going to take care of this. Next thing I know, my insurance company drops me. Right? And I call the insurance company like, yo, why y'all drop me? They said, well, we understand that you were on the job and you're in the military, but because the Navy paid her, you're at fault. So that proves your point, right?
Okay.
But that's not the end of the story.
All right, let's go.
So I said, whoa, it wasn't my fault. I got a police report that says it was a no-fault accident. So even though it took me a couple of months to iron it out, I got a copy of the police report, gave it to my insurance company. Sure enough, they took that accident off my joint. Even though the Navy paid her, the insurance company, once I showed them the police report, knew that the Navy paid this lady just to go away. Just to go away.
I got you. I see where you're going with it. I see where you're going with it. I mean, at the end of the day, this could go around and round. And it's
dirty business, man. It's bad business.
It's dirty business, bad business. I don't know. I don't even know what to say about it. What else to say? I mean, because I can give you another example, but I'm sure you can shoot another example also.
I mean, I'm saying, I feel terrible that the woman is dead, but I like to take a perspective. I haven't heard anybody else take. Black families, black mothers, fathers, whatever. Even myself. you know, when your kids get mixed up into stuff, or their friends get mixed up into stuff, you try to explain to them that, hey, just being around that, you know, they'll come in the door, they'll kick in the door, they'll kick in everybody's door and raid everything, and whoever in there is part of that. You know what I'm saying? We preach that all the time. If you in the car, somebody do something, you part of that. If you in the house, somebody do something, you part of that. We preach that to our children. But then the question from me is, do we become hypocrites when, you know, they kick in Breonna's door, and even though people are saying, you know, they're making up a story, whatever, they say she was around some things. They say that, you know, a body was found in her, a car she rented, and police was watching the house for like 4 years. So she was around some things, allegedly, right? The same thing we preach to our kids, but when it happens in real life, we're in shock. We're beating up random pedestrians on the street. People can't eat at restaurants. You can't drive down the street. All for something that we already knew. That we tell our kids not to get themselves in that situation. And now when it happens, we act like, oh, we're in shock. Another reason why I'm not in shock.
Another reason why you're not in shock.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Let's go into part 2, man.